everybody dwells on the past, and that's usually not a positive sign. But this time, dwelling on the time where we learned about the additive inverse of a matrix might prove to be a good thing. How so? Well, it will help us understand what a multiplicative inverse is. That's right. So, let's take a short trip down memory lane. For the number 7, the additive inverse was its negative, -7. And the result after addition of 7 and its additive inverse was the additive identity, that is 0. Now, let's take 7 again. Its multiplicative inverse will be 1 by 7 because when multiplied by 7 you get 1, which is its multiplicative identity. So in short, an operation with the inverse gives you the respective identity, 0 in addition and 1 in multiplication. This also means that when a matrix is multiplied by its multiplicative inverse, the result will be the multiplicative identity. Doesn't this multiplicative identity ring a bell? You guessed it. It's a unit matrix which we talked about in our previous lessons. So generally, if we have a matrix A and its inverse matrix B, their multiplication will result in a unit matrix I, either multiplied like this or this. AB equals to BA equals to I. But if you ask me, that's not how I'd describe the inverse of a matrix. Instead, how about going the more traditional route? Let's see. The inverse of any matrix, let's say M, can instead be denoted by placing a -1 in the superscript like this, M inverse. Similarly, the inverse of A can be denoted like this, A inverse. Therefore, in this relation, AB equals to BA equals to I. We can replace B with A inverse and it will look something like this. A into A inverse equals to A inverse into A equals to I. So, what did we learn, kids? If a matrix is multiplied by its inverse, the result will be the unit matrix or the identity matrix I. Now, let me ask you this. What's the inverse of an identity matrix itself? Okay, let me put it this way. What should we multiply with identity or unit matrix I to get I again? You can answer this by asking yourself, what should I multiply with 1 to get 1 again? See, it's that easy. The only number you can multiply by 1 to get 1 in return is 1 itself. And guess what? The equivalent of 1 in the matrix world is the unit matrix. Even its determinant is 1. There is a reason why we call it the unit matrix after all. As a result, the identity matrix's inverse is the identity matrix itself. Surprise, surprise! Now friends, everything we have covered so far was just a brief introduction about the concept of a multiplicative inverse and its related mathematical relation. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But finding the inverse matrix for any given matrix is what's going to take us to the next level. How do we do that though? Well, don't you worry. I have answers to all the questions. But in the next video. Stay tuned.